Hey y'all, it's your girl Receipts with Rel. Welcome back to my channel. Now listen, your boy Keith Lee is in Atlanta, y'all. He is in Atlanta making waves. And I'm going to tell y'all why he got a lot of people shaking in their boots. But before I do that, I need you to go grab your wine, go grab your tea, your water of choice, because this is about to get interesting. Keith Lee is one of the most popular food critics. He has over 14 million followers on TikTok. And so he goes to different restaurants to give the general public his opinion. Now, he went to several supposedly luxury, high-end, black-owned restaurants in the Atlanta area, including Kandi Buruss's Old Lady Gang. And when I tell y'all, the experience was quite what you would expect. Because a lot of the native hometown people of Atlanta are letting it be known that they have terrible experiences at these Atlanta restaurants. And I will tell y'all personally, I visited Atlanta restaurants and had quite similar experiences. But before I do too much talking, I'm going to let y'all hear what Keith Lee had to say, and I'm going to show y'all what his experience was.
Yesterday, me and my family were at the One Music Festival. Somebody who works with Kandi Buruss walked up to us and said they've been trying to reach us since we got to Atlanta. He said he'd been constantly emailing me and constantly DMing me for me to come to Old Lady Gang. I got it, let's try it, and rate it 1 through 10. As you can see, I don't have any bags in my hands. Me and my family showed up and we attempted to order before we got here. We called the number they had connected on Yelp 3 times, no answer. We tried to order through DoorDash and it said it was temporarily closed. So when we pulled up, I sent my family in to order for us. They said on the weekends, due to being busy, they don't do any takeout at all.
They do to-go orders?
No, we don't do to-go on the weekends.
Oh, okay, so it's sit-in dining.
Yes.
Okay, thank you, sweetie. We appreciate you.
Which is completely understandable. So what we decided to do is my family's gonna go eat. They're gonna come bring the food out while I'm sitting in the car, so they have no idea I'm here. My family asked how long the wait was to be seated. They said an hour to an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Hour and a half.
Okay.
She also said they didn't have any reservations available, so they didn't take down any number, any contact information, nothing. My family then came and relayed that message to me, and I decided to go in myself. We walked in and we were greeted by a nice young lady. And then I met some amazing people who were eating there, and we took some pictures. God is amazing. As soon as me and my wife were done taking pictures, the lady said the table was ready. As always, I don't want any special treatment. I want to be treated like everybody else. I pay for my food like everybody else. I'm a normal person. I'm a normal customer. Things like this is exactly why I do reviews the way I do. Just because I have a certain amount of followers on social media don't make me different from nobody. My mom, my mom-in-law, my sister, they all paying customers just like me. So I want them to be treated just like me. So I asked how long the wait time has been today. She said an hour to an hour and a half. So which I then asked, how were you able to sit me in 5 minutes? This is her response.
How long are we looking for as far as wait?
I'm just gonna set up everything for like 5 minutes. On the wait, this how call came. Now it's whoever first come, first serve.
Again, my family just attempted to eat there less than 2 minutes ago. I then told her I changed my mind. We're gonna go eat somewhere else. And I said, God bless you. And I walked out.
On second thought, it's okay. We're gonna go eat somewhere else. So I appreciate it though. For sure. Thank you. God bless.
Thank you.
Y'all have a great day.
Have a good one.
Have a great day.
I'm gonna be very transparent and honest. I am frustrated. Me and my family just trying to eat food. That's all we trying to do. At the same time, while I am frustrated, I understand we are all humans. I do not agree, I do not support, I do not condone shaming this business based on my experience. Like every city we've been to since we've been on food tour, I go to an array of restaurants. From mom and pop shops to staples of the community to super popular to places nobody know about. And Atlanta has definitely been a unique experience for me and something I'll never forget. Thank you for inviting me. I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart, genuinely. But I'm a normal person and I want to be treated like everybody else. God bless you. Have an amazing day. Y'all be safe. And I'm not playing. I understand everybody got their own opinions on situations, but don't go leaving them 0-star reviews. You ain't never been here before. If you like to, come experience it yourself and then leave your reviews. But just leaving a review based on my experience is crazy in my opinion. God bless you.
See, I told y'all it was going to get interesting. Now, you mean to tell me that this man sent his family in to be seated and they weren't able to be seated, but as soon as he walked in, they told him they'll have a table ready for him within 5 minutes. See, a lot of celebrities go into these establishments expecting preferential treatment, and they get it. A lot of celebrities go to these places and they don't even have to pay. The difference between the other celebrities and Keith Lee is he obviously doesn't consider himself a celebrity. He is just a regular person who's trying to go around and promote businesses. And he does not like when you give him preferential treatment. He specifically disguises his orders so that he knows that he's getting the same quality of food as everybody else. You feel me? And the problem is, everybody knew that he was going to be in town. Like, he made it known once he got to town. And Kandi's restaurant wasn't even the first one that he visited. He visited a lot of restaurants in the Atlanta area, and sad to say, most of them were a disappointment. So Kandi has yet to respond to his review. I don't know if she is going to respond, but child, y'all know Sheree and Marlo going to have a field day with this one, okay? And Nene too. So we're going to watch and see what the next season of, what is it called? Housewives of Atlanta. We're going to see how it go down. But there's another popular restaurant called The Real Milk and Honey, or The Milk and Honey. And when I tell y'all that, I'm not even going to say nothing.
Me and my family are in Atlanta, and currently we are at The Real Milk and Honey. I got it. Let's try it and rate it 1 through 10. As you can see, I don't have any bags in my hands. We are at The Real Milk and Honey on Main Street in College Park. Before we came, we attempted to call our order in. We were greeted with an automatic message that said they do not take call-in orders. The automatic message said the only way you can do pickup is through DoorDash. We went through DoorDash, they was closed. But online, it said they closed at 5 o'clock. We went on DoorDash at 4 o'clock. But we were already here, so we just went inside. I stayed in the car and my family went in, and they told them they were closed early for deep cleaning. Yet the door is wide open and it's people still going in and grabbing their orders. Now we have no idea if those people ordered beforehand or what the case is. Also, the people who relayed this message, my family said were really nice. It's just the rules. And so far being in Atlanta, I found some places do have unique rules, and this is one of them. I want to be very clear, we're not blaming one person or saying one person was rude. In plain terms, don't call this restaurant trying to get nobody fired. Ain't nobody do nothing. This is just the rules they had. If you don't like their rules not for you. And for me and my family, the rules just wasn't for us. We just not their target audience. For the record, afterwards, I did walk in and they did recognize me and they attended the services, but I respectfully declined. I'm a normal person. I pay for my food like everybody else. I walk in spots like everybody else. We are all normal people. Respectfully, if you're not going to do it then, don't do it now. God bless you. But yeah, we're just trying to get some food. But I am going to make this very clear. I do not support, condone, or agree tearing down these businesses. While we personally may not have the best customer service experience, that does not mean you will have the same experience. That also don't mean go on Twitter and tear these businesses down. At the end of the day, business owners are people. You never know what people are going through. The only reason I'm even making this is to share my authentic and real experience like I always do. I don't mean no harm. I don't have no malicious intent. But I always say I'm going to be 100% honest. And that come with the good and the not so good. You don't know what nobody going through. So what we can't do is just judge off of somebody else's experience. If you like to go to these places or any other place that I've been to, I encourage you to go try it for yourself and make your own opinion. But we still in Atlanta and we on Main Street and it's a bunch of spots here. So we're going to go to a different spot. God bless you. Have an amazing day. Y'all be safe.
See, these Atlanta restaurants, they lack customer service. And I experienced a lot of the same things in Dallas. I live in Dallas, but I love to travel to Houston very often because their food is top tier. Like, the food in Houston is top tier, but the customer service is something different. So what I want to tell y'all is customer service is everything to a business. Your food can be good all day, but if the customer service ain't right, people will not return. Now, look at these house rules for The Real Milk and Honey. It says 18% gratuity added to parties of 5 or more or checks larger than 75%. But then that's rule number 3. But if you scroll all the way down to rule number 9, it says no party larger than 4 on days that end in Y. We're a small place, and when we get busy large groups, it's hard to accommodate. We do not push tables together. That don't even make sense. When I read stuff like this, whenever I enter a black establishment, because it's mainly black establishments, and it's like they have these rules that are geared towards the customers, but then you don't have no type of etiquette training for the staff, that's what turns me off, and I walk away. Because what do you mean you don't cater to large parties, but then you turn around and say if you have a large party, 18% gratuity will automatically be added? And I'm going to tell y'all about this gratuity culture that's going on in a lot of these black-owned restaurants. It's like there's no incentive for them to have good customer service or for the waiter or waitress to treat you well because they already know at the end of the day they're getting a tip. Now, this is a little bit off subject, y'all, but I went to the Kitchen and Cocktails in Dallas and had terrible service. When I tell y'all terrible, I'm going to have to make a whole separate video on that. And I still had to, and we only had a party of 2. I guess you could say technically 4, because I had my children with me. So technically it was a party of 4, and we still had to pay large gratuity. It was already included in our bill. When y'all do stuff like that, the waiters and waitresses treat the customers like trash. They do not care because they already know they finna get their check at the end of the day. So the owners of The Real Milk and Honey, This was their response to Keith Lee. Mind y'all, Keith Lee did not say anything crazy about their restaurant. He just gave his honest experience. And his reviews are usually positive. So he's not a person that's going out his way to bash people. But here's their response.
Did you see this Keith Lee video about the real milk and honey?
And who is this Keith Lee?
Daddy, you don't know Keith Lee? Yeah.
No.
So they done tried to play in this man's face, pretending like they don't know who he is. And then they had their daughter like, oh, I got to tell y'all who he is. Basically saying like, okay, the older established people, we don't care about no Keith Lee. The younger folk, that's for them young folk. No, baby. Keith Lee is a worldwide brand. He's a worldwide brand at this point. TikTok reaches everybody in the world. So y'all can sit up there and pretend like he ain't nobody. But that's why y'all turned off y'all comments, because Keith Lee got pulled. So I don't know if y'all have a PR manager, but y'all definitely need to get it together, because dissing a man who didn't even dish y'all, he was very polite about his response. That just goes to show what type of people y'all are. And I don't think this is going to be very good for y'all business. I just want to give y'all a little bit of a background about how Keith Lee got started doing reviews, because a lot of people probably don't know. Keith Lee was a professional fighter. I want to say an MMA fighter, but I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. But anyway, he was a professional fighter, and he was getting very nervous doing interviews. So he started this food review channel as a way to practice talking to other people, and as a way to practice like opening up and being vocal. And some of the reviews he started doing just started going viral, just crazy viral. And after he would give his review, that business would go from sinking with no customers to having lines wrapped around the corner. So he's helping small businesses all over America. And he's a very positive person. He doesn't go out of his way to do negative reviews. He just keeps it completely honest. And most of the reviews that he does are positive, but if he leave you a negative review, it's going to have an impact, because everybody knows what his true intentions are. His true intentions are to help your business.
But at least a small classic pepperoni pizza. Them some huge pepperonis. Boy, I swear, this is why I started making videos like this. Because places like this that don't nobody know of, this is a 9.8 out of 10. I'm a wholeheartedly agree with the employee here. Frank, from me to you, this is my opinion. There is no way you should be behind on rent or struggling to pay rent. It is marketing. That's 100% what I feel like. That food is delicious. The service is amazing. God is amazing. I'm always appreciative to be a vessel. I love trying places like this.
Now, Cardi B had a lot to say. Cardi B agreed with everything that Keith Lee said, because she lives in Atlanta, and she even has a hard time ordering food.
And I've been seeing that people been talking about this guy called Keith, that he does restaurant review. And I'm like, who is that? Who is that? And then I'm starting to see that like he's doing reviews in Atlanta and everything. So I started getting into his reviews and all this bullshit and everything. So while I know that being a restaurant owner is a lot of hard work, and so many people have invested money in their restaurants, and people, you know, like this is their everything. But I always find this, eating in Atlanta, it is such an event. And I always say this to my man, like, I always say this, like, it's something about the restaurants in Atlanta. I don't know, is it because I'm from New York, right? And I feel like in New York, people just love to make money. I feel like in Atlanta, it's always something. Like, first thing first, right? I feel like Atlanta restaurants, they don't like to make money. I feel like they don't like people. They don't like their customers. They just don't fucking like it. First thing first, right? You could barely order in Atlanta restaurants. Like, you go like, hey, I would like to make an order. Oh yeah, we don't take orders. We don't take orders. It gets to the point that I literally have to like I have to tell like people that order food from me, like, can you just name drop my name? Because first, they don't do no pickup orders, they don't do deliveries, they just don't do shit. Second, Atlanta restaurants, right? They be closed on the most random shits. Like, it's like you look at you go looking for a restaurant on Google, and it's like, oh, this shit look good. Oh, they closed. What is that? What do you mean? Y'all niggas is closed Monday through Wednesday? Or they'll just have the most random days closed. Like, oh, they close on Tuesday. Or, like, it's just the most random shit. Like, it's like, y'all motherfuckers don't like making bread. Like, I don't fucking get it. I don't get it. And then, with some Atlanta restaurants, I be noticing, too, that it's like, it's either they open, it's either they open too late, or they close too early. Like, motherfuckers be closing like at 6 o'clock, or will take a fucking, it's just insanity. And it's always the food wait is so busy. It's so busy. Like, I feel bad for Atlanta residents. Y'all have to go through, thank you, Jesus, I'm famous. But even me being famous is like a hassle. It's a hassle. Motherfuckers don't like making money out there. Like in New York, a restaurant is gonna open up early and gonna close up fucking late. They're gonna serve you all motherfucking time. Like even with the bougie restaurants, like I even with the bougie restaurant, it's not as bad as fucking like the Atlanta service. It's like the Atlanta, like it's almost like it's like they treat you like they doing you a favor. Like they doing you a favor. Like, y'all want motherfuckers to come back? Y'all want people to come back? It is extremely bougie. Like, eating in Atlanta is extremely bougie. And I just thought it was me. But now that I see that other people feel that, or maybe sometimes I be feeling like maybe because I come from a fast-pacing city, they just always like running and running and running and running. But no, I am not bugging. Atlanta is just fucking bougie. Atlanta is fucking bougie. That's it. Oh shit, my bad. But one thing I could say about Atlanta food is fucking amazing. It's really, really one of the best cities for food. One of the best cities for food is Atlanta. Like, it's just the greatest. However, it's so difficult. It's such a difficult experience. So yeah, that's all.
So if you know, Atlanta is mostly black owned. Almost everything in Atlanta is centered around black owned businesses. And I love that. I absolutely love the black culture in Atlanta. It's just no place like it in America. Except for Houston. Houston comes at a close number 2. And I absolutely love Houston. I'm one of them people, I love everything about black culture, y'all. Like, I am pro-black. Do you hear me? I love me some black food, black music. I'm going to support anything black. But if I go to your establishment and your customer service is crazy and you treated me crazy and I'm spending my money with you, I will never be back. I will never be back. Y'all wonder why people go so crazy over Chick-fil-A versus Popeyes. Personally, Popeyes tastes way better to me. But I would rather go to Chick-fil-A because I know that my customer service is going to be top tier. My food ain't going to be getting messed up. I'm going to be greeted with a smile, and I know they're going to have me in and out. That just goes to show y'all how important customer service is. Your food could be subpar, but if they know that you're going to put a smile on their face when you enter their establishment, people are going to want to shop with you. But anyway, I want y'all to comment down below. Let me know how y'all feel about this entire debacle. Let me know how you feel about the owners of Milk and Honey, their response. Do you think that Kandi Buruss is going to respond? And what do you think about the customer service in the black-owned food industry? Which also brings me to another topic. about the cosmetology industry, y'all. The hairstylists, when you go to the booking websites and you see all of these rules, all these house rules, but then none of those rules apply to the stylist, it's very discouraging. And I don't think that we should have to put up with that. I personally don't put up with it at all. So anyway, that's all the time I have for y'all today. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, and I will see y'all next time.